Wrecked him.
Yeah, once you shove it up, right?
Barely knew him.
Hey, we're live.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's the Talking Normies podcast. We're on our brand new set. We're the Talking Normies. We're
back.
We're doing our thing. We're doing our thing. Look,
We've dialed in the audio. It should be better this week.
yeah. All right. So we're gonna pull up the phone. If the audio's not great, yell at us.
Yeah.
We're gonna be.
Let us know.
We're gonna be better.
Wow. Let us know.
We've learned.
They were here for a bit of that conversation.
Oh, which one? The eggs?
Yeah, because I mean, 98.6. How you know we were talking about that? That
Oh shit, that is
that was a little deeper than I thought they could
fairly
hit.
good point. All right, well, check it out, y'all.
That's
It's the
one for
Talking Normies
Mythbusters.
podcast. We're the Talking Normies. My name is Chris Johnson.
What up? It's Mickey.
What up, it's Pat.
I'm Spidey.
Sweet. Well, we're into our weekend catch up. We actually got a lot to talk about today, so we're gonna keep it super short.
Yeah.
Super short. So
Yeah,
let's start weekend catch up. What have you guys been up to? Keep it at like 2 or 3 minutes because I think there's gonna be a pretty thick podcast today.
Hell yeah. We got a lot to talk about.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I've been doing.
It's like that. I don't know what I do on the weekends. It's kind of an issue. I do need to get my memory checked, dude, because I feel like I'm constantly purging the day before.
You're just not doing anything. No offense to anybody. This includes me. You're just not doing anything interesting enough to warrant memory.
remember
You're doing
it.
the same shit
Yeah.
over and over again, and your brain decides it's not important,
Yeah.
so it deletes it. They say that the more interesting things you do, the more it stretches out time, and the more you feel like you lived life.
That's
that-
probably true.
That's probably
I
true.
did. I
probably
went.
true.
I obviously went climbing. Did some working out at the gym, and I did homework. Like, yeah, it's,
Hell yeah.
The routine.
yeah,
Productive,
pretty much
yeah.
the routine.
You know?
The routine.
Pat, what did you do?
I feel like I did the routine too. You know, just worked out, cleaned, and I got last week I got a new water softener. So I've been really enjoying just being around water. It's soft. Like I never knew how water soft could be.
This
Oh,
is
you
the
got a
thing
water
where we tell
softener?
you should go out to nature and touch real water.
Yeah.
It's pretty soft too.
For real water soft. So
Really soft.
dang, because like I was like, man, I love like, just cleaning my dishes, just like cleaning, getting. I'll be taking longer showers because it's just so fucking soft.
That's all right. Fair enough.
It's
Mickey?
weird. What did the water feel like before?
It was hard.
I don't. Yeah, I probably just cleaned and hung around. Ooh, played Helldivers.
Yeah, Helldivers.
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 Yeah.
We should all do that today.
It's so fun. It's super duper.
We got
fun.
Spidey in on the finals as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
I don't know.
Me and Pubby played Helldivers, but I haven't played with like a full squad yet. So
What's the full squad? How many squad? How many people?
Four.
I played with 4
Democracy.
randos. It's pretty good.
I don't like playing with randos.
I don't mind it.
haven't
Mostly
found-
all the randos I met know what to do, except for literally in my like 5 games, maybe one dude kept killing us, and we're like, "Hey, man."
Yeah,
To be
this
fair,
isn't it.
I do need to play with the mic.
What?
I could also be the problem.
You're one of them.
I'm well, no.
Why don't you
no,
play
no,
with
no,
the
no, no.
mic?
I do play with the
How?
mic usually. I just don't know where it is right now, and I'm lazy. You know,
Aw.
that's really all it is.
Shame.
Life update. No weekend catch up. I made a motherfucking baby. I made a
Oh,
motherfucking
yeah.
baby. A motherfucking baby. I'm gonna be a goddamn daddy.
You
Ah!
Gonna be
can fornicate the
daddy.
furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
so
you're
like,
curious, yes, we're
So-
having a kid, and I conceived it here at the office on one of your desks.
so like you've known that like you guys were pregnant for like a little bit now. Right?
Yes.
But like once you actually like saw it, like what like to run us through the emotions. Like what does that feel like? Like
I was telling Marquetta yesterday, I was like, I know this is irrational, and I know I've always felt this way. It's like, but I feel even more protective. Like, I would kill a wolf with my hands. You know what I mean? Like,
it awakens something in you.
It does, but here's the thing. I think that part that it awakens is good to use, but it's also very irrational.
Yeah.
And I
think
see
it's-
how parents get like kind of irrational, like when people are like, the world these days is so dangerous. And it's like, nigga, I've seen you do drugs, backflips, and hold multiple guns. Like, the world's always been kind of dangerous. In fact, it's less dangerous, but there's something about, I think, having a kid and feeling that protection shit that like turns your brain into like monkey brain and just deletes a bunch of shit, and you're just like, it's us against everybody. So
Yeah.
I get it. Exciting,
I
but
can
you got to
see
fight
that.
against that. Just like you got to fight against, I don't understand the kids these days. You wouldn't have understood the kids at any days.
I
You used to
don't,
be the
though.
kids.
Yeah, but like things are different though.
Aren't they always
Things
different?
are-
That is
things
how
are
it goes.
different.
You sound like your grandpa.
It's like constant change. It's
They
weird.
are always different, but they're like getting
Differenter.
differenter by the generation.
As it
Like
should.
the escalation of difference.
I will say it is moving faster. There is bigger jumps, and it's because of the technology, I think. But so yeah, I'm having a kid. I'm very excited. Seeing the ultrasound made it like super real. little kiddos
He's
bouncing
dancing in
around,
there.
dancing and shit, wouldn't stop moving.
Y'all keep saying dancing. That baby was fighting.
No, he
Bye.
That baby was about to
I
beat
feel bad.
somebody ass.
Marquez is about to get her fucking liver just.
Right. If there was a twin, this kid would have choked it out in the womb.
We're already, you know, we based off of the movie today. We're talking about like sports and activities and shit. And like I keep joking about this. It's the joke I keep telling people. Keep being like, when you have a kid, I'm gonna give them drum shit. As soon as you have a kid, the first gift they're getting from Uncle Chris is a drum. I want them to have a loud toy that pisses you off, and I really want to instill in them.
I'm gonna do that to you then.
But here's the thing, because this brought me the fuck back. I remember that when I had to be younger than 8, so I was like, let's say 6, maybe 5. I remember this super well. I had a fucking microphone stand and a guitar, like as a toy. And I love that toy.
Yep,
and like I got a picture of me like holding that microphone. I'll have to find the picture
Toys
and put
like
it on
that are
Instagram.
important, dude. It can help, you know.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I do.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hold the microphone and play the guitar. And I remember I had to give it away because there was this other kid. My mom had a friend, and we were like donating them toys. And my mom was like, "You haven't played the guitar?" And I was like, "I love that guitar." She was like, "You should just give it to Brittany. Like she wants toys to play with. She might like it too." And I remember giving it away, and it was fine. Like I mean, I'm good now, but like I don't know, that shit stuck with me. And like I don't know, maybe giving away my guitar made me want to play guitar more. So when I give you guys as kids a drum and you take it away from them, they're gonna really want them drums back.
Yeah, I want my kid to play an instrument, but like, yeah, drums is that's it's fun to listen to, but yeah, I don't think I could deal with that racket all day. But
You don't have to all day.
Yeah, you don't have to all day.
Go
Yeah,
outside or
that's
something.
true.
Oh, also they have electronic drums. You just put headphones on.
That's true.
That's fucking crazy.
That's
like,
cool as
That's
fuck.
true.
Grandparents nowadays have got to be like, where the fuck was this shit? Like electric drums?
Still got hearing aids.
That shit's lit.
All
I
right.
love
Well,
it.
so before then, we move on. Yeah. So my pick for my personal kids' instruments is something in the rhythm section, which is piano, guitar, bass, or drums.
Island drums,
That would be nice. And if not, then I'm thinking
harp.
trumpet.
Trumpet.
Trumpet's a pretty solid one. Trombone is really hard, and it's kind of hard to be like a soloist trombonist.
Hey,
You can do that, but I think solo trumpet is you got some skills.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a flute and a recorder?
They're both wind-based instruments. Recorders are typically plasticky. A lot of the recorders you come across in life will be plastic, but they do have nice wooden ones. It's just the sound that it makes, which is called, I believe, the timbre. So like the voice of an instrument is its timbre. Because, okay, think about like trumpet. There's 3 different kinds of trumpets, and they all sound slightly different-ish. There's a trumpet, there's a cornet, and there's a bugle. And like they're all the same kind of instrument, but they sound a little different. It's like the difference between like, well, all the saxophones make different sounds based off of how they are, but that's it.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
different sounds. A piccolo is a flute but smaller, so it makes a more high pitched kind of sound.
There it is. That's
Anyway, yeah. What instruments would you want your kids to play?
I think piano is a good one to learn. Try to learn because you got to do like different things with each hand. So I think that would like, you know, help with the brains.
Yeah. The old brain.
I think piano would be good. Guitar is a good one. You know, that might get you laid at a party. So
Turns out it will not.
yeah,
I know personally, it will not.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is untrue because every party I was at where a dude busted out a guitar, it was just like,
He's the most annoying person at the party.
Yep, 100%.
Unless
Like,
it's like your
alright,
music. I've got
well.
music friends that like whenever someone will bust out the guitar,
happening.
it's like, oh, we're all participating, and not
What-
some dude
what-
being like, hey guys, look at me. Yeah, right. Quiet down. Will you turn off the radio, please? Hey,
Right,
shh,
I'm gonna
everybody.
serenade everyone.
I'm going to play a song. No one asked for that. No one fucking wants that, and we're kind of annoyed that you're stopping the whole party
and it's always Wonderwall.
to listen to you sing me okay in guitar.
It's always Wonderwall.
All right, that's good. Big Pat, what about you?
I think it's gonna have to be piano too because the dexterity thing. Then maybe the drums.
Drums. I tried to play sax. I couldn't do that, but those are 2 good picks.
See, I'd go saxophone. I've always liked the sound of saxophone.
It's
I think
sexy,
that
bro.
shit sounds- yeah, it's sexy as fuck. Saxophone or guitar. And yeah, you got to be doing, or even just a beat machine like,
Yeah?
fuck it, make him a little Timberland baby.
Do you follow that Icelandic drummer with the big old beard on YouTube? He's like he's an insanely good drummer.
I don't think so.
His name is like Esta. I don't want to butcher it, but like I'll show you a video because
Yeah.
this guy is so good. Like he can play different time signatures with each one of his limbs simultaneously.
See, that feels like he's got 4 parts of his brain.
Or each limb has a brain of its own.
Yeah.
like
dude,
octopus.
it's insane. Like this guy's insane. It's so fun to watch.
The only one drummer I follow, he plays drum and bass, but he plays it like live, like that super fast shit. And he got Steve Bloom to do his Tom voiceover over one of his beats.
That's sick.
Where he was like, "Hey there, back at TheNormies," like with the break beat. I was like, "Oh, that's sick, sweet." So,
man, we had TheNormies, dude.
I just made Tom my
did.
background.
did you?
Yeah.
Nice. Somebody tell Rana.
Hey, have you started making your kid listen to music yet?
I mean, we've been playing music. I think if we're gonna be listening to anything, it's gonna be a lot of Jay Dilla and Nujabase.
All right.
So I think kind of building in some of that lo-fi, some of that boom bappiness.
Lo-fi baby.
Yeah, I think that'll be the move. All right, sweet. So moving on. We got a couple of topics to talk about today. We're going to be talking about an H3 experience. We're going to be talking about the Oscars, and we're going to be talking about the movie. But before we get to that, there's been a conversation going around the office that I think is interesting I want to bring up, and it is about comedy. So, Surge loves to play this video of this white lady singing a song, "I Want to Be Ninja."
Yeah.
And it's as offensive as you think it is. But it's funny, right?
Yeah.
And so we're talking about
That's
like
an
the
internet
different
classic.
kinds of funny and essentially like what's the point of comedy. Plus we're going to go see Bill Burr this weekend.
Yep.
And I think that's going to be pretty good. I do think as comedians get older, they tend to get a little more cringe, and I think it's because of the same shit we were just talking about a little bit ago about I don't understand the kids these days and shit's dangerous and changing.
Yeah,
There's something about
dude.
becoming an old man that just not an old man. No, I think it is an old man because old men tend to be a little more opinionated than old women.
Perfect example for me, Rob Schneider. I loved.
He's in deep, bro.
Rob Schneider was great. What's wrong with him?
Exactly. I loved Rob Schneider, but now he's
It feels like he's going through a divorce all the time.
yeah.
All the
Yeah.
He had a TV show on Netflix that was pretty good too. His little sitcom.
Yeah, we're talking about
that
yeah.
was-
One
sure was-
season, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was not good.
It's like-
it was a self-funded project, and you could tell.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I don't think it did super great in the ratings, but it's hard to tell from Netflix. I know what you're talking about. It's like
He's
they
just-
get older, you get these like you become super opinionated, and I think you have a hard time
Jim Brewer.
at understanding
We
like
got to Jim Brewer.
what is. I don't think it's they. I think it's just you get older. Sometimes for some people, the older you get, the more conservative you get, and the more you want to go back to the way things used to be for you specifically, which makes you not grow, and it makes you not able to understand the shit that's happening in the world now. And I think for me personally, some of the best comedy comes from like, here's what's happening in the world and how it's ridiculous. Ha ha ha. Oh my God, that's pretty good.
I know that we talked a few days ago about like Shane Gillis. I don't know if he was to something controversial happen or something, but like I like how Shane Gillis does it, where he like does the joke in a way where it feels like he's like on that side, but he's really not.
Yeah.
You know, like he flips it. It's subtle, but like I think good comedy. There's 2 routes. I think it can be like good and thought provoking, or it can just be just like straight up just nonsense funny, and I think both are okay. But when it starts to get preachy and there's no pun,
Yeah.
when you're looking for applause more than you are looking for laughter,
Yeah, when it's like a speech.
yeah, like Roseanne Barr, like it's just
Dave Chappelle to a certain extent too for some of his stuff. He's like, I'm slipping
Yeah.
into I'm just gonna do a monologue, and it's
Dave
like,
Chappelle, I haven't seen maybe his last like 3 stand-ups. Or the last one that I did watch, it was like he was just on a soapbox, and I was like,
yeah.
this wasn't funny, Dave. Like, give me
Yeah.
the skits, nigga. What is this shit?
It was. He
Go
was
watch
just
Key and
monologuing.
Peele.
So, and Pat has brought up that, and I'm not airing you out, Pat. It's just you're entitled to your opinion. I think it's valid too that you like shock comedy.
Yeah.
You like and I think that for me, like, if someone came in here right now and said the most shocking 2 words ever or some shit like that, like I would laugh. But I think that like I can't get everybody thought of it and it's funny, but I don't think I can get a laugh out of that like every time. You know what I mean? Like for me personally, like the shock works like the first time, and so you know what I mean. Like I can go see. I've watched stand-ups repeatedly and be like, damn, that is fucking still funny. Like the one Aziz does one that I think is pretty good, and like I've seen it a few times and it's funny. But like, yeah, why does the shock work for you? Or like, what do you think the purpose of comedy is for you?
For me, it's just like a laughter. Like the quickest way to get a laughter, or the easiest way to get a laughter, And the way I consume media is always I'm doing something else or I'm thinking about something else while I'm watching media. So when I just watch stand up, I'm always doing something else. So I don't want to be thinking about the joke. I just want to hear the punchline and be like, there you go.
Okay.
And laugh.
Okay. Wait. What? Like, how do you get to the punchline without the joke?
Without the setup.
There's a setup, but like I don't want the setup to be so intricate. Like you're probably looking for
Okay, you're just looking for just
easy laughs.
Okay.
Yeah, easy laughs.
Just quick jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That's one path where it's like it's not trying to be thought provoking.
It's just trying.
It's just funny.
And it's just like for me.
But
Uncle Ruckus is one of my favorite characters on Boondocks, and for most of you guys, he's one of your hatest characters. One of the guys you guys hate the most. I like him the most because the shock comedy, the shit he says, always brings me down to my fucking knees because it's just hilarious.
Is it because it's just like so?
Oh yeah, it's just like
it's just so inappropriate that you're just.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he said it on TV.
Okay.
You know, and it's like
but you agree, like it is inappropriate.
It's inappropriate, but it's like I know but it's inappropriate. It's funny. It's inappropriate, but it's still funny.
I know what you mean.
I think it's the situation for me that makes it funny, right?
Yeah.
Like Uncle Ruckus at a Klan meeting. It's just him saying everything that everyone else at the Klan meeting is saying. The situation would be it's funny that Uncle Ruckus is black. Right?
Yeah, that's the best because he's a black guy saying everything again. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, so that's what like for me. I think it's like it's part of the setup. Like that's the situation, right?
Yeah,
like if you were telling, if you were telling the joke, you would set it up like, all right, look, there's this black dude. You would describe what Uncle Ruckus looks like. You would describe the setting he's in. Oh, I mentioned he's black, yeah, and this is the shit that he says, and like that's funny. It's so for me, it's like it's more about the context and the setup than it is about the shit that he says.
Yeah.
Right. Even if he said less offensive stuff, if he's word for word only said things Candace Owens said, like I would still think it's pretty fucking funny. You know what I mean?
But I mean,
that is him. Like, yeah.
But it like what happened with the Chappelle show. It can go down that route too, where like if you don't make it obvious to the audience that like it's a goof or like, you know, like you're like there is some commentary to be had here, like they can just be like, see, that's right. Yeah, like it can kind of go down that route.
You know,
too.
Chappelle did a skit where there was a blind KK guy and he was black.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Clayton Bigsby.
That was episode 1.
Yeah,
like,
it literally, it is out the gate.
Clayton Bigsby divorced his wife for being.
And that shit, hilarious.
The gold.
Before I get to Spidey on it, I do think too that I've been seeing a lot online that people are like comedy's supposed to be offensive, and I feel like that's
no,
like
it's not.
missing the mark kind of completely. I think, and I think if you're doing a joke about a group, I think you should be in on that group or at least close enough to that group to be able to understand it. Like if you are a straight dude making a gay joke, you better have enough gay friends that like you're able to navigate those waters without being like, haha, look at the gays. Like if you got good jokes about handicapped people, I assume you got someone handicapped in your life or you've been close enough to this community to be able to understand it and not being like, I don't think they should make wheelchair ramps anywhere. Pull yourself up by your wheel straps, motherfucker. Like
I think one of the best shock humor comics, I'm not like I think he's okay. I'm not too big of a fan, but Anthony Jeselnik. Because like he does shock humor, but there is like a setup and punchline. He does like write it. He's not just like saying shocking things for the sake of saying shocking things. Like there is a structure to it, so I can appreciate it for that. But yeah, he's you should check him out. You'd probably like him a lot.
Yeah, Spidey, what's your take on comedy?
Yeah, man, I love comedy. Comedy, to me, it's supposed to be like. I was listening to a comedian, and he was talking about how if you make yourself laugh, it's kind of ridiculous because you have to trick your brain. So, like, it's almost like you didn't know you were going to say that thing somehow.
Okay,
and then
I
you
get
said
that.
it and you got yourself, like, so anything to me, like, even absurdity and things like that, it's like if I didn't think that was what was going to happen, it kills. Like, I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, you say something I didn't think you were going to say because I will normally just predict the end of a sentence. End of a conversation, end of anything. And like if that doesn't happen and it's something completely different, I'm like, oh shit.
And
like,
you have a ADHD, right?
Yeah.
So like that's one thing I learned about ADHD is like we are more prone to absurdist humor because like we have really good pattern recognition.
Yeah, you expect something, you don't get that.
Like absurdist humor is like my favorite because
Yeah, it's
I don't know. Yeah, like what's happening here?
Why would that happen?
Yeah, nah, and I think I get that a lot too. When what's the word when you're supposed to do something subvert. When me and Marquetta first started dating, we just like for whatever reason we kept finding super funny shit and like subversion. Just like saying shit and then be like, no, and say them like, what the fuck? She's like, subversion. Like, I don't know why, but it was funny. We just kept doing it. I don't know. Like, I do get that. Like, I think that that's it too. And I do think that like some comedy can be offensive. It's one of those things where it's like this like fucking, it's a blob. Like some shit can be offensive if you're offending the right people. But I think those people, in my opinion, should be like above you. If there is a class of people below you and you're attempting to offend them, then you're just fucking bullying. But if it's like, I'm here to offend billionaires, cool, open season on billionaires, full stop. They're above everybody at the pyramid of life. They can be made fun of to no cost. They are not a protected group.
Yeah, I think you can be
billionaires. Maybe you
can be offensive and challenging in like a clever and meaningful way. I think as long as you're just not like on a soapbox up there, if there's like you can tell that you're performing written material and you're not just like winging it on like 5 beers up there. Like there's stand-up specials I've seen where I didn't make it very far into it because I'm just like, what do you like? Yeah. Why did you get paid to do this?
You're like, I've been here straight-faced for 10 minutes, sir.
Like dude, like Roseanne's latest special is so embarrassing. Roseanne.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Why did you watch it?
Why'd you even watch it?
No, I watched commentary videos about it. And it's so bad. It's just like, again, she's just it's more like a Trump rally than it is like a stand-up special.
I think the same is true for music too. I think if you want to see some of the best, so if you want to see some brand new fresh ass shit, go watch comedy in your city. Go find some places. You're gonna see the bottom of the barrel, and you're also gonna see some shit that's so funny that you're like, how is this motherfucker not famous now?
Yeah.
And I think the same, you can get the same with music. No matter what your city is, you just got to look for it. And depending on the music, if you live in the middle of nowhere, you might have some of the best country western ever. You never know. If you live in Fort Wayne, the punk rock scene's crazy. That's just how it is. But yeah, go out, see some comedy. Go check that shit out.
It's very true.
Look at that.
It's very true.
We've been talking about this shit in the office all week, and people were yelling upstairs.
Well, we really talk about impressions because that was a little bit different.
Oh yeah, okay. Then let's wrap it up with impressions. What was your take on impressions?
My take on impressions is the same thing too. It's like it's shock funny.
So anyone does an impression, automatically funny.
I like when people like you said like even if it's like someone comes up in here and like does like an Indian accent, like a fake like Simpsons Indian accent.
Yeah,
I will find that hilarious. Yeah. I don't think that's offensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it just goes from person to person on that one because like if somebody did again it depends like if they're doing an Indian accent and just like they're just trying to be funny. There is like a point where like somebody could do an accent trying to be hateful and offensive, and I think
Steven Crowder. We'll keep coming back to you.
Yes, Steve. Like there's a difference between Steven Crowder doing an accent and let's say like
Steven Crowder.
Don't worry about it.
I was thinking Michael Scott in The Office when he went up to
there's a difference between
what did he say, Goop to Goot or something? Something that you were just like, no.
There's a difference between like a oblivious kind of thing, but or Steven Crowder. So I think as long as it's like not, I don't think there is much of a place for doing accents these days. It's pretty like lowbrow, but I think like if somebody did I'm with you. If somebody did an Indian accent, I wouldn't be terribly offended by that, unless it.
Well, I think like in The Office when Kelly slaps Michael for it, like I think you had it coming. I think if you're doing an accent, you're rolling the dice. Once again, like what if so Michael Scott, he's got this road right, and he's going to do an accent towards Kelly. It could be perceived as offensive or not. He does the lowest brow. I didn't think about this for more than 10 seconds. This is what I think Indian people sound like accent. What if he'd have hit like, because I think it would have been equally as funny, fucking perfect, just Punjabi, just off the rip. What if he would have nailed it? What if he would have came in and been like, oh, fuck? Because then, for me, like, the joke is, one, you spent time to learn perfect Punjabi to drop this fucking dumbass joke.
At that point, I'd be impressed.
Right? Yeah, but like,
that'd be impressive.
That kind of shit will get a laugh out of me the other way. Like, I think that...
Levels.
You know what I mean? Like, if someone came in, they did a black joke, but it was like if some, like, super rural white dude comes in here and he's going to do, like, a black accent, but he's, like... in deep, like you can tell he has been in the barbershop for years. I'm like, oh fuck, this is actually these motherfuckers kind of killing it. I think if there's a certain amount of respect to it that you can pull it off. I think if it's I want to be ninja, that it's not doing it for me.
I don't know.
That's me though.
I just thought of have you guys seen Get Him to the Greek?
Yes.
The part where he's like, "Oh man, I'm just here to do the Africa face."
Yeah. He's like, I just smile and do that.
That one made me crack up.
That's a great movie.
So if we didn't all see that, that would have been on the list.
Yeah. It's a good music movie. But yeah, that's it. The actions thing that's a difficult one. You got to know your crowd, right? You got to know where you're going.
Yeah, and it's not one of those things that's like objectively funny. In fact, it's probably more teetering on the line of like it's objectively not funny. Just because like it's basic humor.
Oh,
no,
accents.
Doing accents.
Okay.
It's basic humor. It's like there's nothing particularly clever about it, unless like you're an impressionist. You know?
Yeah, I think
I feel like it helps like set a scene.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're on the same page. Then why did we get so heated about it? Because it was a heated ass discussion.
Yeah, because we were talking about it,
missed this
and I think because it was the I Want to Be Ninja video. But I think because the stance you were taking was just that like accents are always funny, bar none. And I think that if that's the case, then the bar for being funny is on the ground. Anybody can do a shitty accent. We could all be funny enough to rock a stage right now because we can all do a shitty accent. That like that's it. It's at the floor. I'm not saying it can't be funny. I'm just saying as far as like skills go, that it's not really a skill.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if it doesn't even have to be accents. I feel like if Mickey did an impression of you, it would have been hilarious.
Yeah, I'm Mickey's friend. If he did an impression of me, even if it was bad or good, it would be fucking funny
But
because he knows me pretty well.
But what if I did like a very stereotypical like ghetto thing, and I was like, "See, that's Chris. That's like
That would be wildly offensive.
What if I did something that like totally wasn't Chris, but in my mind I was like, "Oh, this is what black people sound like." Like
Well, that would have been pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you were acting like Chris and like include like photography or some other type of shit, like what Chris would be into, that'd be hilarious.
That's it. He knows me. I'm the group. He knows me.
But that's doing an impression of someone, whereas like the ninja video is like
It's just
Asian people don't sound like that.
Who is this video for?
Yes.
I don't know where she grew the audacity. There's Asian,
where she grew the audacity.
There's Asian people watching her. This is an internet classic, by the way. But like the thing is, we're laughing at it. Like
I'm more laughing at her than I am.
No one
that
is
she's doing
laughing
it.
with this.
Well, we said, did we all like Rush Hour?
Yes.
Chris Rock does an Asian accent. I thought that was hilarious. I don't think that's like hurtful or anything like that.
I feel like it was at the time, and
Yeah.
I still think it's funny. But if you look back at it, I feel like some Asian people might find it a little offensive.
Yeah.
And hold on, Spencer, before you play this video, there's this dude, Accented Cinemas. I'm pretty sure he's Chinese, and he does a lot of video essays about like just Asian cinema and Asian culture. And he does one about Rush Hour, and he's talking about how in Rush Hour that essentially it's two minority groups in America getting to bounce off of each other in a way that we hadn't exactly got to see before.
Yeah.
And there are some rough edges because that's what happens when two groups come together. There are some rough edges. There is going to be some toe stepping on, but in the end, it all comes together, right? Like Chris Rock doing the Asian accents in the movie. Then when I was younger, I did find it funny. As an adult, I'm like, like even now I understand that like you wouldn't do that. Like that's just not it. Just like in fucking in Ace Ventura, there's a whole entire plot line about a trans person that at the time when I was a kid, super funny. Now as an adult, I'm like, no, you wouldn't do that because I understand trans people a little better. And I'm like, that's not okay, right? Like this person is getting bullied and berated. Doesn't matter if they're the fucking villain. We just don't treat people like that. Like we have grown up as a society, as a culture. People say you can't make Blazing Saddles anymore, but when you could, also you wouldn't because it was done then.
Yeah.
If Blazing Saddles came out today, people would think it was woke. They just don't understand the fucking movie.
And once it infiltrates a community where like they take that shit seriously, like one of the big problems on YouTube right now. Well, not really a problem. It's a complicated issue. So there's a lot of channels where they like track down scammers, like telemarketers, and like they shut that shit down.
Those are fun.
Unfortunately, like a majority of that industry is in India.
Yeah.
And so you're seeing a lot of these, you're seeing like the worst people in India just like losing their shit on the internet, but that's the only image of India that people on YouTube are getting. And so now I'm seeing a lot of Indian influencers making videos like, guys, like we don't like them either. You know, like you're seeing the worst aspects of our country, but like it shapes an image of people that don't live there. And so that's, you know, it's just surface level shit, but it feeds into a more sinister pipeline.
Hashtag accidentally woke. Play the clip. Will the guests get to see this clip too?
We don't really need to watch it, right? We're at the end of the tail end of this. You can play it if you want.
Yeah, play it.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna waffle. We're gonna talk
waffle.
a bit while
Flip some
there we go.
waffles. So cringe.
I gotta find a way to take down Chow one day. He pulled a ninja move. It got me to behold. You know what? Maybe
Look right at the Asian lady.
Like
Do it.
I know she's like it's so hard to watch. This is so cringe. All right, pause it.
That's good. We got enough.
Hey, so how old is this? New?
No. This
hell
is an internet classic. This is
Well, I mean, this was back then. This would have been funny.
I don't think
Rush Hour
so.
Back then was funny. Now
Rush Hour was a while
Yeah.
ago. Just let me. At what age would you
don't-
have been this lady in this situation?
I don't think
Right.
this was ever funny. And if anybody's finding humor in it, they're laughing at it. There's nothing objectively funny or clever about this.
It's cringy.
It's
It's just cringe humor.
I'm laughing at it at the way
'Cause,
that I
like-
laugh at Michael Scott doing something.
Yeah,
terrible in
cringe
The
humor is
Office.
funny though.
because I could.
It's not cringe on purpose. We're laughing at them. I'm laughing at Michael Scott. I don't think he's a comedic genius. I think he's such an idiot. that he had to walk into a room and staple a piece of paper. He made comedy out of it. 'Cause
There's
he's fuck up.
there's no nuance here. She's just being racist. Like,
But
it's-
she is, yeah.
so like it's yeah. You if you're gonna laugh at something like this, you got to make your intention clear because like
Right.
people can misinterpret that. Because like I mean, what if we did an impression of her? Like I feel like she would be very like, I don't know, Valley girl. Like
I feel like doing an impression of her and
It
being
would
like,
be
I'm gonna
hilarious.
make fun of you, you fucking
White-
obvious
you white
rich
lady.
pretty lady. You're stupid.
Hey.
Like I don't think.
Honestly,
I feel like.
look,
it doesn't work the other
Yeah, I
way.
feel like there's not a lot of hits she's gonna
No.
take, right? She's
low
not
key,
a
I want
minority in the country.
to
She's
make
at the fucking
you
top.
do a Valley Girl impression. That would be hilarious.
You got a Valley Girl impression in you?
I'll have to work on it.
Got to study
You
it.
just got to do Runna, really. Runna's close to being a Valley Girl. All right, sweet. So, moving on.
Moving on.
Before we get to the Oscars, Mickey has some information.
Oh snap, dude! We got a shout out on the H3 podcast,
Yeah.
which I don't know.
Ooh,
if-
Ethan.
Did we
Cool
did we
moves.
see a boost in subs for this channel?
I don't know. We haven't checked.
I've gotten a little bit of
We have a strategy
Nice.
meeting today, so we'll probably check. But you did, right?
yeah. I got a
Nice.
little bit of a boost on my channel. It's been very unreal. I never like it like that's like the dude on YouTube, and
Nice.
just to be personally shouted out from H3 is pretty crazy, and it's been awesome. So you know, if there's any family members that are joining us today, welcome.
I like old H3. I don't watch any of the new stuff, really.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I was at too. I was nostalgic for like the commentary content.
Yeah, eat the Bradbury.
But like he does 3 podcasts a week now,
Okay.
and they can range anywhere from like 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah, I was about to say that
And-
one clip I was with. It was like a 3-hour podcast.
And
Right?
and
Someone
he,
shared it, and I was like, you better give me a timestamp.
Yeah.
but the thing is, they do it live. Like it's not a pre-recorded podcast, so like they do it live, and it's very entertaining. Like
I won't mind that.
So yeah, that was just like a very cool thing that happened. I was driving when it happened. So I was driving on my way to improv class.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this wasn't a normal class where we do like fun practice and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like a group meeting thing. So it was a huge juxtaposition. Like I was turning into the building when it happened, and I'm like freaking out in my car. And then after that, I have to go sit in like a 2-hour PowerPoint meeting.
Oh,
And I was
Not
just,
about improv.
I
Is
was
it just
just
yes
so-
and the PowerPoint? Do they improv the PowerPoint?
Nah, it was just laying out like the goals for this year, and like it was a strategy.
That sounds like planning.
It was
I want improv everything.
it was a strategy meeting, so I was just antsy as shit. I couldn't pay attention. I was like, I need to get home. I need to fucking write a script and make like a response video ASAP. But yeah, no, it's been cool, man. It's been cool. I think H3 community is like one of the coolest communities. And it's unfortunate that H3 is so misunderstood. But yeah, it's been cool. It's been really cool. I'm glad I'm glad it happened. It still doesn't feel real to me.
That's dope.
I'm gonna start listening to him.
Oh, yeah. I think the
It's a great podcast. It's
greatest
really
trick H3 ever pulled off was fucking Hila becoming like fashion mogul. That That
Yeah.
was she was just like occasionally in the videos and like helping out. And everybody was like, "Oh, is that your caretaker?" And I was like, "Oh, that shit's funny." Like, yeah. I mean, she's way prettier than him. No offense, Ethan, if you see this, whatever. But like when she fucking spun off and was just like, "Oh, like I'm making clothes," I was like, "Oh, those clothes are nice." Well, that shit's kind of weird and fashiony. Oh fuck, that's crazy. Like,
Dude,
big jumps.
That's what's really
That's
cool.
kinda awesome.
Is they're both self-made in their own right. And yeah, Teddy Fresh is like it. I don't know that it could ever be classified as merch, really, even at their inception, because like it's like a full-on brand. Like it's very like
They skipped the merch round and went like straight to like
yeah,
good
like it's a brand. Like they're like she is a force in the fashion industry. So yeah, it's cool, dude. I'm so glad that we got shouted out from the letter.
right. Sick.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I would recommend you guys watch the podcast. It's a good time. It's a good time.
All right. Oscars this weekend.
What's going down with
We
the Oscars?
we are a movie podcast, so you guys excited for the Oscars?
Yeah, no.
I honestly,
I'll be
no.
honest.
You didn't put money in on this?
all the
I
movies.
it's just a huge circle jerk. It's like I do like seeing certain films like recognized and stuff, but for the most part, it just feels like
We're gonna talk about Best Picture now.
it just feels like you already know like who's gonna win or whatnot.
I feel like this year is actually
No, if you look at the odds, Oppenheimer they're picking him to win.
So-
as it
The
should,
Vegas is picking Oppenheimer to win,
Yeah. Okay.
and
as it should.
the odds for Oppenheimer compared to every other movie you'll see, it is crazy that Oppenheimer is a heavy favorite. Compared to like I thought Barbie was good. So I thought Barbie had an opportunity. There was also another movie done with Leonardo DiCaprio, something
Killer
like
of the Flower Moon.
yeah.
Oh, I want to see that. I heard that was
But
really
even
good.
though Shelby thought that was going to be an upset, and those upper odds for that.
Nah, I think Killer of the Flower Moons was really good, but it's like it's too depressing. It's not one of those I'm gonna watch again movies. You know what I mean?
And it didn't really
Man.
have a whole lot of marketing behind it.
I
I
mean,
never
it
even
was
heard of it.
well, it was. So you guys familiar with Scorsese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Scorsese. I feel like you don't have to. It's got Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Scorsese's directing. Like it doesn't need a fuck. ton of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it did well money wise, and like I saw it. But I'm gonna read off the picks for Best Picture, and then we're gonna discuss. Or you can ask questions about them. I know something about a little bit of all of them, and I've seen a few of them.
Okay.
All right, The Holdovers. I didn't see. Paul Giamatti, kids stuck in school with him all Christmas. Apparently, it's good. I mean, all these movies are good. All right, cool. If you've seen a movie, you can say so too.
All right.
American Fiction.
Nope.
All right, so it's about
Never
this
heard of
black author. Okay,
Oh yeah, I wanted to see
it's
this.
got Jeffrey Wright in it, and he writes like fantasy Greek novels. But everyone's like, "You're a black author," and he's like, "I mean, yes, but like I'm not writing about black stories. I'm writing about fucking like the Iliad and shit."
Yeah.
And so what he does is he writes like a fake book that's like super hood and shit and like really dramatic, and he gets like a fake name and he does it as a joke, but then it starts blowing up. And like motherfuckers are like, "Oh damn, like have you heard of this new black author? Like he's so cool." And he's like, "Bro, just like shut that book out. It's kind of wild. It's a good movie. You should
Yeah, I might watch that one.
watch that one. It's good. It's got old girl from Girls in it. Tracy Ellis Ross. Yeah. Zone of Interest, which I haven't seen but I want to. It's about the family that runs. They live at the house that's next to Auschwitz. They're a German family,
Damn.
and they just have like a regular life,
Damn.
but they got really loud neighbors, you know.
yeah.
That's wild.
And so it's a kind of about like how
That's like a real thing.
They're just kind of looking out the window watching Jews be murdered.
yeah. Well, no, they're just ignoring it.
No.
But I mean, they're a German family that lives next to Auschwitz. Like they're a part of it. Like they're the dudes.
it's their
The
thing.
dad's like SS or something like that. But like,
I
and
kind
they
of
just like go about their lives and they just don't talk about it. Sometimes it's ashes in the air. We just don't talk about it.
we could go off on a tangent about that rule. I could. Do we have time to go off on a little tangent?
Yeah.
yeah. What's your tangent?
So, I think about this very often because like of what's happening in like Palestine right
Yeah.
now, and I see posts all the time of like like people say like what they would have done if they were back around during the Holocaust.
They wouldn't have done shit.
And like the guy that like just martyred himself, and he's like, "You're doing it now." That does get to me, but it's like, what can I do? Like, what
You as
like,
a normal person?
I feel powerless to do anything. Like what? Like like it because it's true because like most of us are just kind of sitting around, but like what?
Because our superpowers are not
what
doing
is there
anything.
to
We
be
can't
done?
do anything. You're right.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like honestly, like if for me was like that's why I brought up the State of the Union. It's like Biden didn't even bring up Palestine at all. Like they totally ignore it. But like what happened during the Holocaust has happened again, and it's crazy that what happened to the Jews, they're doing it to another sector of people. And nobody
not
fucking
quite in the
sees
same
it.
way, but they are definitely
But
occupying and oppressing.
yeah, it's like and nobody fucking sees it or nobody fucking cares.
Spidey,
No, everybody sees it, and I think everybody cares. But it's just like because that shit does get to me. Like I think about it often, and it does make me feel terrible. But it's just like, what can I do? Like change my profile picture and just comment Free Palestine on everything? Like it's just like,
Because for a soldier to martyr and stuff like that, he probably felt helpless. Like there's nothing that can happen.
yeah,
I mean, I think he did it to like send a message. And
he definitely did. It's not the first time anybody's done that.
Yeah.
Spidey, you got a take on it?
Not really. I mean, and even with the dude that did murder himself, like the message has been sent, but in a few months or even a few years, it's just gonna be a handful of people that are going to be saying anything about it because nothing's going to change.
But we still talk
cycle.
about there's that famous picture of that monk setting themselves on fire in Vietnam. And I mean, we got out of Vietnam eventually. And I do think it ends eventually. What I think we can do as people is we can pressure our superpowers. And I know that it's nothing that anybody wants to do. And I will continue to bring this up ad nauseum. The powers that be in this country want people to think that they don't have the power. But people, when they have come together and decided on something as a group, we have pushed and we have forced the government to do what we wanted them to do. We did that with women suffraging. Women can vote because we fought for that. We did it for the civil rights movement. We got the civil rights movement because people fought for that. We got fucking body cams because people fought for that. That was a recent thing. And even though it isn't perfect, it just means that you have to continue to fight slowly and smallly. You can do small steps. You can call your senators. You can do something. Doing anything is better than doing nothing.
Yeah,
that's true. But like again, with the way things are just escalating now, with like, just look at the fucking election. It's gonna be down to fucking Trump and Biden again. No one wanted that. No one wants that. And it's like I know that we fought for all those things, but that was also a time before like half the country was
body cams.
I agree, but it was like like I feel like half the country is legitimately like indoctrinated into a cult right now. And it just feels very dire. Like it doesn't any fighting that happens. It feels like throwing a cup of water into the ocean. Like it doesn't feel like
that's how
corruption
want
is.
You to feel it,
but like corruption is going to escalate exponentially more quickly than any meaningful change is going to happen. And it just like I just feel power, and I think this is kind of the story of everyone around the world in every country right now. Because it just I don't know.
Then,
I don't know what we do. I feel sad and powerless. It's very depressing.
Before we get back to the movies, one, we should probably watch Zone of Interest to see what they do, because I guarantee you the movie probably has a point. Two, here's some borderline communist bullshit for you. Sorry about everybody. As working people around the world, we can do something that would hurt all of us, but it would hurt the powers to be even better. General fucking strike. I know that's a pie in the sky bullshit, but
apparently there's a IRS boycott getting popular. Like a bunch of people.
There are things.
A bunch of people are planning on boycotting the IRS this year, so we'll see.
Oh my god, I feel like okay, that's not actually.
Bro, they're gonna find your ass. I'm not trying that.
But it's a popular trend on the internet. People are just like,
should we do it though, or do we live with the fear like sheeple?
But no, I mean, what if
that's one of those things? Okay,
every single person just decided not to pay their
bro,
taxes?
they'll find the shit out of us.
Less than that, though.
That's 300 million people.
But they can't put us all in jail.
Yeah, but
what are they gonna do?
They won't put. I'm not gonna. They're gonna put the poor. They're gonna put the poor
goofing
people
and
in
talking.
jail.
We're not endorsing this.
They're gonna put the poor people in the jail. And the rich people are gonna get off, but the poor and the poor people are gonna go and end up going in jail.
Also, hold on. Here's the thing about taxes: is that one, yes, but without like a clear, hey, we as a voting bloc are not paying taxes to get this thing done.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, because there are plenty of people on the right who think that paying taxes is a thing that they shouldn't ever have to do, and it's borderline illegal when like taxes literally make the country better. Also, they blow up a bunch of people. We're trying to blow up less people, make country more better with taxes. That's my stance, at least. So
I feel like I'm
blow up less people.
I feel like I'm living in 1984. Like I literally, it just
because we still have people from 1984 living.
You know,
even past that, bro. We have people that have been around here since before sliced bread. So.
All right. So on the movies list to continue.
Back to the movies. Back to the
Barbie. We're still for Best Picture.
Barbie was.
We all saw Barbie.
Yeah,
It was good. I don't know about Best Picture, but it was good.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer's
I
good.
thought that was.
We all saw Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer was.
I saw
really
this
good.
last weekend. Poor Things.
I haven't seen that.
Seen that.
Can I tell you guys about Poor Things?
Sure.
All right. Spoiler alerts for Poor Things. Okay, so Poor Things is about, it's kind of like Dr. Frankenstein. All right, Willem Dafoe is this doctor. He finds this lady who jumped off of a bridge to kill herself. She was pregnant. He takes the lady's brain out and he takes the baby's brain out and puts the baby's brain inside of the lady. And so now she's like a fully grown adult, but she's got a baby's brain and she's like figuring out life and she's like walking around and shit. Anyway, it becomes a movie after that, after about like her being a kid for a while. It becomes a movie about like women's kind of like sexual liberation. She like starts discovering her body. She's like, oh, this is cool. And there are people like, no, don't fucking touch yourself. Don't do that. That's weird. And then this dude tries to marry her because he's like, I think I'm in love with her and I want to marry her.
The doctor who put her together?
Not the doctor. No,
Okay.
the doctor looks at her kind of like his kid, even though he's supposed to be like a strong doctor that doesn't do that. He's just doing like experiments. So anyway, this dude tries to marry her, and she's like, well, I'm not going to marry you. I'm going to run away with this lawyer. And the lawyer is Mark Ruffalo. And they run away on like this sexual adventure around the world. And she's doing things like as she starts to do things more for herself, like people get mad at her. Like when her own sexuality was in favor, like in purpose for other people, they were cool with that. But as she starts being like, I'm doing this because I want to do it, they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Stop that shit. And then she also learns about like poor people and like how they need help and all that. Anyway, it's a really good movie.
Wild.
It is wild. It looks like nothing I've ever seen.
It sounds like an A24 film.
Right.
Oh yeah, and I don't actually I don't know. It might be.
Which, by the way, A24 just their latest film has Nicolas Cage in it. And
Yeah,
I am
looks
all
sick.
about that. I need to see that immediately.
Yes.
So
I'm so down.
if you get a chance, I think Poor Things should probably win best like cinematography because like it's beautiful in the ugliest way possible. It looks like a fucking Hieronymus Bosch painting. I don't know. The shit looks like it looks wild. It just doesn't look like it should be. It's fucking weird, man. And like anyway,
I'm gonna have to check
That
it
is so cool that he was able to take a baby's brain and change it like that.
Yeah, bro.
Besides, man, that's cool.
he's got like half pig, half goats on his farm and shit. The movie's weird. It's a
Interesting.
weird fucking
Sounds
movie.
weird as fuck.
It is, but
Who's
it's also really good.
Who's he funded by?
Yeah.
He's got his own funding.
How's this guy doing it?
He's got his own money, baby.
He's got a
He
Patreon.
just chuck the baby, huh?
Past Lives, which I heard was really good, but I didn't get a chance to see it or I don't know a lot about it. Anatomy of a Fall. It's about this French lady whose husband like falls out of a window or dies, and like they don't know what's happening. It's about the court case. Apparently, it's really stressful and really good.
That
Is it
sounds
like
like
true
the
story type,
staircase.
Huh?
Is it like true story or no?
No, it's like I don't know. It might be based on a true
Yo.
story, but it's good. It's just like
It sounds like the staircase, which is a true story.
but it happens. This crime happens in Germany, and so the movie's in like part English, part German, and part French. And apparently, whichever language you understand is like the side you land on.
Oh.
Because you understand that person more and you feel for
yeah.
more. But like French people are like, no, like you guys don't understand. Like the shit that's happening here is like on the French side. Like if you knew French, you would know that she
Interesting.
did that shit. And it's like I don't know, bro.
That's cool as
That's
fuck.
cool. That's
So-
how I watched Babel the first time. I watched it without subtitles.
Ooh, Babel's a good one.
Babel.
It got a Trey Songz sample at the
Yeah.
end.
It's back when
that
I
was
was
a nap.
torrenting.
No, nice. And then Killers of the Flower Moon, which based on a true story, American history.
What's that about?
You guys want to know?
Yeah.
Woo! All right, so you guys know Native Americans, right?
Yeah.
Well, in the early 20s, there was a group of Native Americans, I believe they were called the Osage tribe. I did see this movie. And they happened to be on land that had oil. So they became, by per capita, some of the richest people on the planet because there's not a lot of them and they all live on the land with the oil. So
Yeah.
now they're all filthy rich.
Yeah.
And everybody was okay with that and no one did anything terrible. And the movie ends.
Oh.
Just kidding. A bunch of white dudes show up
That makes sense.
in combinations with the doctor's office and partially with the fucking cops in town, and they start killing off these men and women left and fucking right. So the plan is what you do is you find one of these ladies who is a rich Osage lady by herself, you marry her, and then you get the rights to her land, and then you kill that bitch, and then you take her fucking land. And they did it. They just did it. It's just a thing that people did
they
in America.
Did they fall in love with marriage or was it a shotgun wedding?
Fell in love with marriage. The old slow honeypot, baby.
the real way.
Yes.
Yeah, I think if you're planning on murdering, I don't think there's any love involved there.
Oh.
I think if the goal is to kill the person.
Well, the dumbest motherfucker on the planet in this movie is Leonardo DiCaprio, who plays possibly the dumbest person on the planet, bro.
Damn.
Like he's the worst criminal. But anyway, so Lily Gladstone is his wife in the movie, and she fucking kills it, and it's great. But yeah, this is all based on shit that actually happened. Like, these people were just dying, and like, no one really went to jail over this shit. No one really got in trouble. They did it. They stole these people's land again in the 1920s, my guy. Okay, we had music and shit. Then we know what things look like. We had cameras. Okay, like this shit is part of our actual fucking history. Like. They just did it, and we didn't learn about this at all because they did it. They got away with it. They fucking did it. And Scorsese had to fucking make a movie about it because they didn't teach it in school.
That's so fucked up. I didn't even know about that.
Yes, they just did it,
bro. I swear to God,
Yeah.
and then they were just like, "Oh, y'all can't have."
Well, now so now we know that it was like now it's known. Did the tribe get the like retributions?
They already got the reservations and stuff, which I think that should be done.
Native
way better
Americans
than
have been relegated to like that much land in Oklahoma somewhere.
Oh yeah,
they're like you guys can have that corner.
In the movie too, they also mentioned what happened, and was it? They mentioned Tulsa multiple times in the background of the movie because the same thing happened in Tulsa. Black folks started getting money, started getting secure, started getting to be able to do their own things and becoming a proper part of the society, like it was told.
Bombed that shit.
They bombed it.
Mm-hmm.
Got bombed. This is another real thing that happened that you don't learn about in school. Fun fact, also learned last week that the same thing happened in Wilma, there it is, Wilma, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. They did a coup. The only actual one of the successful coups in America. They took over the government at gunpoint and they shot down black people in the streets and just erased motherfuckers from that town. Once again, we don't learn about that. They did it. It's like Wild Wild Country. When you do this shit successfully, no one teaches you about it. You just do it.
And you don't think what Mickey's saying is right. Like,
which thing?
They got away with it.
Yes.
So, like, it was never in the books. Like, so we will never be able to catch up to the corruption.
Yes, we can. We're learning about it now. If there's political will to do things.
Look, that shit happened in the 1920s, and that shit wasn't in my textbooks when I was going into school. So how the fuck is someone like, they would have to watch a movie. Now this kid's generation probably won't even watch that movie quite yet. So we're still gonna make the same mistakes.
And on top of like just misinformation in general, like short form content, like TikTok content, it's the red pill community. Now we're adding AI into the mix. Like it's just, I fear that people are gonna get a lot dumber before they get smarter about things.
Because you would have to seek out this type of information.
I feel an impending doom coming, and I try to resist that feeling, but I could it's thick in the air.
Yeah, I think the idea of doing nothing is silly. It's like finding out you have cancer, not going to go get chemo. We can't fight against these things. Education is one of the ways. Yeah. And guess what? Sometimes entertainment can be education.
Yeah.
Like some of the movies we mentioned today.
Yeah. That's true.
If you can get the right thing out of it, that's why I think, media literacy helps you learn. Azula's being super cute over there.
Just trying to move her little body.
R.I.P. Toriyama.
Dude, it's the end of an era.
Dragon
How
Ball.
old? He didn't seem that
68.
old. Oh,
he wasn't that
man.
old.
That's not old at all.
It might have been younger than 68. I think it's 68.
Old.
What happened?
I'd say I'd say like 80. Like 80, even like you should have a few more years left than you, but by the time you turn 80, I feel like that's when people are like, okay, he lived a good life. But like anything under that is just.
I think 75 canonically is like.
Yeah.
He was 68, which sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the end of an era, man. That was my childhood, dude. Dragon Ball Z is my childhood.
Subhematoma? Ooh.
Bleeding near the brain.
Brain bleed. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, definitely.
Prolific work though. Gonna
he's
last throughout time, which is great.
Kind of the grandfather of anime.
I wonder how that's what changes.
Yeah, Super's still on. They probably got how the story's gonna end.
There's a whole new Dragon Ball Z. Or maybe that's just a game coming out.
Like,
there's a new game coming out.
I don't know.
Something.
DBZ is just kind of self-aware content now. Mm-hmm. Like it's not that. It's just member berries now. Like anytime I say like the movies were good, but like Dragon Ball Super was like. It wasn't.
It was fun.
Yeah, that's like it wasn't great, but it wasn't like.
I thought I heard it was supposed to be funny.
It is.
I heard when you guys were watching, you guys were cracking the fuck up.
Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. Like,
but you gotta know.
Yeah, there's layers to it, but like, is it objectively like a good anime story?
It's a standard.
It wasn't, but Akira isn't all that. He wasn't all that involved with it.
No,
Like he's
no,
like
no.
it's kind of
It's become its own thing.
But yeah, man, rip to the goat, dude. That's a sad one.
Well, now that we've gotten sad, let us talk about the movie.
Let's get
It's also good sense.
more stressed.
So this week we watched Whiplash. Hopefully everybody who's listening to the podcast is definitely watching along. We like to discuss movies for the last portion. Whiplash is a 2014 movie about a guy who wants to play the drums and the band director who wants him to play the drums.
Really bad.
They kind of agree. It's weird that they can't get along.
Yeah.
Well, you
Starring J.K. Simmons and Miles Teller.
also don't forget Miles Teller character is trying to be great at the same time.
He's trying to be great.
He's trying to be great.
It begs the question, like famous philosopher Nelly once said, what does it take to be number one? 2 is not a winner and 3 nobody remembers.
Exactly.
I mean, that's facts. That's factual. There's science to back that. So.
There's yep. The science is out. So we're gonna do what you thought about the movie. We'll talk about the 2 main characters, and then we'll talk about what we think the movie means. So yeah, Mickey, moving our way around. What'd you think?
It
Just
was
generally.
very stress-inducing. Shot beautifully.
Look nice. Look very nice.
Cinematography incredible. Music incredible. Very stressful. I just felt like very, very stressed. And the whole time, like I get the point of J.K. Simmons' approach. I don't agree with it. I think it's extremely toxic. Because does he even play the drums himself?
We saw him play the piano later on in the
Yeah, like
he doesn't, but he knows what it's supposed to sound like.
He just talks shit the whole time. And I'd have been like, okay, show me what you're talking about, dude. Like I don't think you should let anybody get all up in your shit like that. Like it's just it's not okay. Like there's you're saying you want to push your students, but you told them you're gonna fuck them like a pig. Like,
right?
Yeah.
I was watching with Marquette, and she goes, "This guy fucks pigs."
So I just think, and you see this kind of toxic culture in the culinary community as well, where it's,
Yeah, chef.
where or even talking about Mappa and like how abusive like the anime. I think there's certain industries where they have just kind of gaslit themselves into just accepting the abusive environment, especially in culinary. I feel like it's like a prerequisite to be a fucking dick if you're gonna be like a big time chef.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Mario Bocelli.
yeah, and so I don't know, and I think part of the reason is that generational cycle of abuse, like one person gets abused and it's like, well, this is how I learned, this is how you got to learn, like this is the way, this is how you do it, and it's just like this vicious cycle that it takes someone to stand up and he got him fired, or whatever. So like. Yeah. You got to break the cycle. I enjoyed the movie, but yeah, it was stressful.
Pat, what'd you think?
I thought this was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. I found it stressful, but in a good way.
Motivational, even.
I thought it was very motivational. I liked the Miles' drive, like his drive to be good, like getting his hands bloodied up, putting it in the ice and getting blooded up, repetition. Even getting in a car accident, getting the fuck up and going finishing it off. I liked his drive, which actually motivated me. Most motivates me. Like I was like, damn, this motherfucker. I missed that. So that was really cool. And like I know you talked about J.K. Simmons' coaching style. I guess we had already had a discussion earlier,
but it's all right. We're gonna have it now.
It really just depends on what you're coaching. So like musicians, there's a prime, so it may not. That coaching style may not make sense, but if you're an athlete, maybe that coaching style makes sense because to get the maximize use out of you, make sure you maximize potential out of you in your prime years, because you don't have the time to keep doing this for like playing basketball, football forever, because like at a certain time you just won't be able to. So I feel like that type of use is that coaching hard style is great. It's fine, because especially if somebody wants to be great, like for Kobe. That's like I'm sure for that coaching style would be great for him, and like it would be okay because like that's how he wants to be trained, and that's how he trained. But
maybe without the abuse, though, right? Or with the abuse.
I guess without I guess like what is abuse? Like it's like
hitting
someone is abuse, but like verbally betraying somebody or like getting into them. I don't think that's abuse, because like I know my football coaches have done that.
It's verbal abuse.
Yeah,
you know,
you were abused.
but it's not. It's not. But it was to get the best out of me.
Yeah, I think there's
It's
a
not-
line.
It wasn't to hurt.
Verbal abuse is
okay, so
used often in
two
coaching
questions.
hard
Two
sports like
questions.
Hold on, we got to get Spidey's
Oh,
opinion
I'm
before we
sorry,
come
go
back
ahead,
around.
go
But
ahead.
hold those two questions though. What was your take?
Yeah, I also enjoyed the movie. Like I thought it was a good movie. I thought everyone played their roles well, and I was in it. Like the movie, I don't know if you guys have ever watched The Bear.
No, but we heard of it.
Yeah, it's on my
Dude,
list. Yeah.
It gets close to about how stressful The Bear is, but like, yeah, it's a wild ride,
Yeah.
and it felt really good, and I'm in it with him in the music and every like, yeah, they did good, dude. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think it brings you into that. There's a part in the movie where he's like, "I need you to do 212 beats a minute and like do it right here, right now." I have a tempo tap right here on my phone. Does anybody think they could bang out 212 beats a minute?
What is like? So what do you do?
I want to try. Do I just tap it?
Wait,
So
can-
like
can I try?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to figure out how fast. I could do 120. I think pretty good. Hold on, let me get it in my head.
See, I don't understand that shit. Hold on.
Oh, it has to be on beat too.
Nice. 123. I got that locked in. Now 2. I'm not gonna do it. I can't look. If I look, I'll start getting faster. But 2 would be almost double that. So. It's like,
No,
it's like
you're
192.
You're close.
I got slapped.
You're close.
Can you bang out?
Slap the shit.
wanna try
out of
it?
you.
No. Okay. Wait. Okay.
You just-
okay.
Without looking, you just gotta get in your head how fast you think, and keep it going. Okay. 267. You're getting slapped. Give it a
Damn,
try.
'cause you're too
Oh,
fast.
because I have to hit.
It's got to be 212, and it's got to stay at 212. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not how
Wow.
can you do it that fast. It's can you get that speed and maintain that speed and just know it internally. How would you know that?
I feel like I could with other instruments.
Yeah, but he didn't have that. He was like,
to follow
because he's a drummer, and a drummer should know tempo.
Yeah, what was it? What was it?
212.
212.
No, do your tap just like a.
No. You gotta.
No,
this.
no,
It's all on
no,
you.
It's all on you.
Oh, remember, man.
Get a beat in your head and try to think that that's 212 and try to ride with that. Let's see.
It's a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, it's got to be consistent.
Consistent.
Dot,
1, 2,
dot, consistent. All right, take a look. Where you at?
271.
You're getting slapped.
I don't know if I know any songs that are too
You're getting fucked like a pig.
It's got to be maybe EDM. EDM's probably
Yeah.
think of the fastest EDM song you could think of. You might get 212. No, you're slowing down, Mickey. Why?
Because he's
What'd you get?
in
I was
the
at
threes.
365.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. We're all getting slapped. The point is,
Damn, he's slapping the shit out of me.
is that even if you were a drummer,
It
like,
was
you can do 60 and 120 pretty easily because that's kind of your resting heartbeat sits around 60 usually. So like 60 is your heartbeat, double that is 120. That's why a lot of dance music hits at 120 because it's matching up kind of with your heartbeat. So it puts you in that mood. But like being able, even if you're a very talented drummer, I feel like the upper echelon of drummers are like, you want 212? Like Questlove can do that shit. Questlove will be like, yeah, I got 212 right now. And he would be fucking right. It's like a dude being like, you want to hear a D, like just looking at a note and picking out of the air and being perfect every time. That's like crazy. Like you could be close, and close is cool, but like
perfect pitch for time measurements.
perfect tempo is crazy shit, bro. It's like insanity, and the consequence of getting it wrong is getting stole off on in front of everybody. Get that shit right, nigga. See what happens.
There's one composition in every instrument that was written just to like piss people off. I feel like that was the whole point of like the Whiplash composition, right? It's like this is just like an insanely difficult song, and we're gonna do it.
And I think they show the sheet music. It's in like weird time. It's in like 418 or something, or 48 or something.
Okay,
like that.
so
Not 14.8.
My two are really just one question. I'll ask my second question, but I think you kind of answered it. But my one question, you said like him playing drums till his hands were bleeding, and you were like, that's a good sign of like achieving greatness. What if he injured his hands in a way that he was never able to play the drums again effectively? Would it have been worth it to go that hard?
So I don't think he would have known that this is gonna be very detrimental. Like,
I mean, he was gushing
There's
blood.
two different types. Yeah, there's two different types of pain. There's like like there's if you when you break a bone, that pain you fucked like that's what it is. But like for instance when you work out and you're going through that pain threshold, I have a pretty high pain tolerance when I'm working out, like because I know I know what I'm getting out of that pain threshold. Like I'm able to like get through that lactic acid and stuff. But like if it's when I break a bone, I know that that's a different type of pain. So like getting like calcium on your skin and breaking that skin down and bloodied up, like getting that's
I mean that's what they don't practice with pads and Muay Thai for the same reason. Also the song's in 7/4.
What I'm trying to say, like even you at the gym, like you've like pulled muscles before, which like it happens. But what I'm trying to say is, in the pursuit of greatness, if you push yourself so far that you lose it altogether because you injured yourself because you went too hard, was it worth it? Because now you're never gonna achieve.
I would say it would be worth it because then you have no regrets because you know you did everything possible to try to be great, and the reason why it didn't happen was this, unfortunately, and that is it. And you have
the
no
movie
regrets.
answers this question actually.
So
when,
I would
at the end when they're both talking about when J.K. Simmons is talking about his philosophy at that at the jazz thing that they sit down and talk at, he's like, what if throwing a symbol at someone's head discourages them from being the next Charlie Parker Charlie Parker Bird? He's like though that wouldn't happen because that person can't be deterred. Yeah. And like, but that's like that's a logical fallacy. Like he's in a way what he's saying is just like I'm gonna find someone who can take the abuse so well that they'll be good at it no matter what. But it's like a logical fallacy, right? Because the truth is that you could be cutting people off from that. Like I don't think about, and this is just we're just gonna talk musicians. I'm not gonna speak on sports because I'm a musician. I know about this shit a little bit. Like I'm not a fucking expert, but think about how many great musicians there are that aren't people that like were killing themselves, that were pushing themselves that hard. Like homie's going to burn out. Burnout's a real fucking thing, and like that nigga's gonna experience that shit in the next month. He's working at a level that is unsustainable, I think.
Okay.
Spidey?
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, I feel like the at the end of it, like that night, he made a name for himself.
Yeah.
Like, and he was even talking like these people here in this room will determine if you're going to do this or not for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And then the ultimate plot twist of him fucking him over, like, no, I know what you bitch, and I'm doing a whole new song. Like,
never even heard of it.
That was
dope.
But then for him to come back out and then make the name for himself, when I was like,
again, that was the drive.
Yeah,
and
like
and I think that part too, as a musician, hypes me the fuck up. Like him just going ham.
Not a musician, I was hype as fuck.
There is an argument to be made whether that style is effective. Bobby Knight, Joe Jackson, like.
Right.
I mean, there is an argument to be made for like whether that really works or not. But I'll modify my question. What I was going to ask is psychological abuse or abuse in general the only way to greatness?
No.
And do you? I guess for Pat, do you think that J.K. Simmons' coaching style is more effective than someone that was able to push someone in the same manner, but like in a more gentle way?
So I guess Bobby Knight, he was successful. He was successful with his coaching style because the time frame that he was playing. Like a lot of kids there and then would have to be like hard. They were already come hard. There was no participation trophies. I don't think his coaching styles now would work at all. Like even coaches now in the NBA, they're more of a player's coach. They're not actual coaches. They're player coaches. They placate to the players because like it's changed. So I don't think J.K. Rowling's coaching style would work on a team base, but I would work. J.K. Rowling's coaching style would work on an individual.
No. Take sports and everything out of it. I'm just saying, is a hard, ruthless, like abusive style
it would work
more effective than like a nicer coach? Do you think it's just that's the way that greatness can be achieved?
I think that they could be both ways. It depends on the person who was trying to achieve greatness, how they want to be coached. So if they depends on them.
And then so let's talk about Bobby Knight real quick and the players that he coached. Do you think that the abuse that he put those kids through transcended past the sport and showed up in other aspects of their life?
What do you mean?
Do you think those kids are toxic?
Like the kid in the movie,
he was really short with his family. He broke up with his girlfriend because of this pursuit. Like
there was the other kid in the movie who committed suicide after having depression
abuse
and
will show up
anxiety
in
issues.
other aspects of your life.
I don't think I can't speak for the guy who killed himself back because I don't know for that. But the Miles character, I think for him why he was an asshole to everyone else is because he wants to be great, not because of J.K. Not Terrence, because he wanted to be great. He even told the girlfriends, "Look, I think about music so much that I don't have time for you. I think about day and night when I eat and sleep. That music is on my mind. I want to be great." So most great people don't have social lives.
But the point of that exchange between him and his girlfriend is like that was just toxic masculinity on display because he was making the decision for her. He was saying you're not a ride or die, and let's just end it now. But who's to say that? Like she was saying that like how do you know that's not what I would do?
But I mean, like if he's not going to be able to put time towards it, then they want to be a relationship.
But like he didn't even consider her. Like maybe she would have been fine with that. Maybe she was
like, yeah, I could work it out.
Do you think we'll meet up and like?
Yeah. Like he just kind of made decisions for her.
Maybe she wanted to figure out her own thing at the same time.
This like the J.K. Simmons coaching style, it affected Miles Teller's character outside of drumming. Like he became an awful person to other people in his life. So like what I'm trying to say is like with Bob Knight, I would be willing to bet that those kids turned out to be a little toxic and they're probably a little douchey.
And Miles, don't you think Miles was already a little bit of an asshole before JK? Because like I would say that because he was
the
already,
folder.
Yeah, he definitely
hit that folder, right?
So he was already an asshole before JK Rowling. Like look, Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, they don't have social lives. People don't think of them having social lives, and they may think of assholes. But to be great and to pursue greatness, you're going to have to give up those shit.
Well, okay.
And you're not going to have social lives because all you think about is what you're trying to be great at.
They all had kids, didn't they?
Well, they all had kids,
and wives and families.
But not Jordan. Jordan had kids, but he never really cared for his kids. Like
yeah, I mean, asshole. Here's all right. So we'll talk about the theme of the movie since I think we're hitting around it right now. I think if you're in pursuit of greatness in order to be one of the best drummers of all time, this movie mentions a drummer. His name is Buddy Rich. This old fucking dude. And I used to take jazz classes back in high school. And if jazz motherfuckers love to talk about other jazz motherfuckers for whatever reason, so I'm going to continue this trend by telling you a story that was told to me. But apparently that motherfucker would like Buddy Rich, one of the best drummers, right? Jazz drummers. He was doing a concert and a trombone player fucked up. And like after that song, he was like, hey, who all flew in to come see the show? And someone like raised their hand. It's like, I flew in. He's like, you going back to the airport? He's like, yeah. And he's like, cool, take the trombone player with you. He's fucking done. Like, dude would fire people on the spot. But here's the thing. How many other bands weren't doing that were also great? Like when you're talking about this, when you're talking about being great, I think, sure, that probably makes sense for sports, right? But unfortunately for what my guy Andrew is doing, it's a team fucking exercise where I think the more people you play with, the better and shit. So, like, there can be two best drummers of all time at the same fucking time. Like, it's not a zero-sum game, right? So in the world of music where he is the drummer and he is playing with other people, I think you're going to get more people on your side and be able to work with more people and be better. Like, Buddy Rich had a really hell of a career and a good time, but yeah, he was an asshole, and yeah, he did well, but there's other bands that are so great as well that also had great drummers and they weren't assholes and shit. You know what I mean? Like there's famous musicians who are normal people with social lives that are also really, really good at the thing. I think you can have both. Right, but you could pursue something so hard to a certain point that makes you fucking crazy. I could want to be the best rug maker of all time and stop eating and living and become emaciated because the only thing I do is focus on rugs. And like, that's not healthy. Huh?
I guess it's not healthy. I agree with you. It's not healthy. But if that person wants to be the best rug maker and they're okay with being unhealthy to get to that, what is that? Because for them, that is their goal.
I think it's inspiration to others. It's when Kanye is like, bipolarism is my superpower. I think that means that if I'm bipolar and I do music, that I want to be like Kanye. I want to not take my meds because I want to know if I can make music like that. You know what I mean? Like people say Kid Cudi made his best music when he was drunk, and motherfuckers would be like, I want to get fucking shit faced all the time. I want to ruin, but like that. Just because one thing's true doesn't mean that both of them have to be. You know what I mean? Maybe Kanye could have been a really great artist without being wildly bipolar, or maybe he could have figured out how to walk that line without destroying his fucking life, which his life isn't destroyed because he's super rich. But you know what I mean? If you're on TV complimenting Hitler, I think your life's destroyed.
You're going down a path.
All right, but hold on, because we haven't heard from like Spidey for a minute. But like, yeah, what's your take on like the greatness aspect?
Yeah, no, I don't think that it is that you need to be an asshole to people for it. I like to think of everything as if everyone does this, is it still okay? So like,
Let's go.
you can become great and not be a douchebag. Anyone can, and some people are great and do become douchebags, and you just that's kind of their thing. So I leave it to them. You know what I mean?
I think it's motivation led by narcissism.
Yeah, for
Yes. Because then it kind of feels like it's all about you. It's about me. And I think that the movie also presents us with the fact that we got the other kid who was great, who put out he got to play with the Lincoln Chamber, which was good. And he's the possibility that he was going to be able to like move up into the world, but he died. He died early.
He offed himself.
And yeah, he killed himself. And I looked up Charlie the Bird Parker. I thought he lived to be much older. My guy died at 34, which is not great. How much more better music could he have put out? Think about the homie Jimi Hendrix, one of the best guitar players of all time, died at 27. He was using a lot of drugs and partying too much and shit, and he did have dedication to his craft, but yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, like what if he would have stayed? Because that's the thing about music is your prime isn't.
Mac Miller.
Yes, God, yes. If Mac Miller would have stayed alive, like who knows? If Eazy was still like, there's so many people that when it comes to being music and comes to being quote big quotes here, like one of the greats, like that's why people can argue about who the greats are because it's not like definitive, especially when it comes to music.
That's facts. That's facts.
So like you can be in the upper echelon and not be a fucking suck bag.
Well, I mean, for Miles, I think he was okay with the what.
Oh, I definitely think he's okay with it too.
I don't think he
It was
was
his choice for sure.
Yeah, and then because he worked harder because of it, and so it worked out for him. So I don't think there's no right or wrong way. I feel like it really just depends on the person how you want to be coached.
Oh yeah, I think. Oh well, how about this? Since we're talking about kids today, you have a child. Your child wants to play drums, and they want to get taught by the great Terrence.
I'll be okay with it.
You putting your kid in that class?
Yes. If my kid really wants to be great, and he really wants to be great, and he's okay with that coaching stuff, fuck yeah.
Okay, what about everybody else? You putting your kid in that class?
No, there's got to be a better teacher out there. I'm going to a black teacher first of all. I'm not going to fuck with that shit. We're not going to have the risk of you running this, that, and the other either. Like,
What if you put your kid in that class, and then as the weeks go by, days go by, you see them like changing into a different person. They're angrier. They're shorter.
They change their personality sliders to be shitty at everything but great at drums.
I don't know how. Again, I don't know how it would really be if I actually have a kid because I don't have a kid yet. But I feel like I would talk to the kid and see if it's something they still want to pursue. If it's something they still want to pursue on a greatness level, then I'm okay with it. If they're okay with it.
Okay.
So for you,
the ends justify the means.
It just,
or the means justify
for you,
the
it
end.
just seems like the greatness level is like you gotta be taught this way. Like there's
No, if there's
I know you're saying like it depends on the person, but like yeah.
because if my kid does not want to be taught like that, then I'm not going to have him be that go through that route. But they wanted
that's
that.
fair. That's fair.
I can't see my kid wanting that.
You know, why Miles wanted it. I look, Loki.
I
I
guess
think he
I'm
did. I
thinking
think he
younger.
ended up there and just. I think
okay, fine. Instead of younger, we'll say 17.
I think Miles and J.K. Simmons are both narcissists, and
Yes.
I don't think that he expected that coaching style, but once he got it, I don't think Miles was inspired by J.K. Simmons. More so, he was on a mission to be like, "Fuck this motherfucker! I'm gonna prove him absolutely wrong." Yeah, like for real. But yeah, like I think it's more just like he was just like I'm gonna prove this dude wrong. Like fuck, like you want to shut a guy like that up. So
He became great out of spite.
I'm not sure that he was inspired more so he was like spiteful.
Can I use an example for myself? So I had a coach that my offensive coordinator was a verbally abusive person.
Yeah.
All right, and I never got hit or anything like that. But he also would throw things not at you, but to make a statement, throw it down to break or to make a statement.
That guy's a small, weak person.
But anyways, that made me like I responded to that well. Like I worked harder. Like I was more.
Was it fear?
Huh?
Was it fear?
No, it was more for me. Like for someone to be like that and then still give you like just to be like that and still coach you up. That shows that they care. And I took it like that, and I was practicing harder. I was fucking throwing I was catching the balls like harder. I was I knew the playbook better than other people.
I'm sorry, you're doing what harder?
Did you become more?
No. I just want him to say what he was doing.
Go
hard.
ahead.
No, tell me about how you were catching balls harder. I want to hear that part again.
I would have like when the balls come out from the flying thing, people would wear gloves. I would not wear gloves, and I would catch the ball in the freezing cold.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't. I mean, I just wanted to hear you say catch balls harder.
I think any person that gets to that level of anger, they got issues. I think people that scream that big and puff their chest out, they're fucking small and weak-minded.
So I kind of had the same similar experience where I was trying to play football in high school, and I think I'd asked the coach what time we were leaving so that I could have my dad come get me, and he yelled at me about it and told me to get in line, and I was like,
all right,
I
well,
never played football again. Fuck that. Like, what? I'm out of here.
all right,
No.
well, then
I just
supposed
ran
to
track
just-
all year.
But were
like-
you really trying to play football? Like, because I wanted because like I was trying to prove to myself I could play college football. So like,
I'm an athlete.
so like I wanted to be like a lot of people quit, and I didn't want them to quit. So like that type of coaching helped.
Okay. I think it's for because I played I did like Pee Wee and shit, and I would have played football in high school, but I had an issue with my physical, so I ended up doing marching band instead, which is fine. And like we pushed ourselves in marching band, but we pushed ourselves because like we wanted to. And we were one of the best marching, but we came in, I think we got state, like third in state once. And then in Bands of America, we placed ninth. But the years before that, we had been placing first. We had a season history of being like first in all, right? With nothing had changed. Like they weren't mean back then and they started being nice now. And we did well. And I mean, like, but the band itself was pushing itself. I think we got a little lazy because we kept being first, and so like the senior members of the band were just like, yeah, we should keep doing the same shit.
Great.
We could have pushed ourselves harder, but the point is that like it was up to us. Like we did that, and like when I did play sports, I did have coaches that were kind of mean, and we did well too. But I don't know. I think like for me, it doesn't work. Like I would have been the type of kid like Spidey. Like I'd have been trying to ask a legitimate question, and if I got yelled at, and they're like get in line, I'd be like, well,
Man, that kind of question you get obviously. But I'm talking about like was
I
it
know,
like
but I'm saying, like-
was it over a play or was it over like
no, I understand. Like I'm saying, I understand that kind of motivation, but also at the same time, it does turn some people off. Like I could have been good at a sport, but if motherfuckers rub me the wrong way, I'm fucking stubborn. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. Like you fucking, I don't give a shit. Like I have a threshold for the kind of bullshit I'm willing to take before I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. And that's just me. That's just how I am.
I'm
and maybe I'm not cut out for that shit. Maybe I'm not made for that. Like maybe that's why I'm in the music world. Like, but it's like the Michael Jackson
I'm
thing.
talking to a different adult immediately.
Clearly an adult here.
That motherfucker's gone. Like, you're out of here.
And I do think that every time we talk about all of the greats, like I need them to be at least well adjusted because we talk about Michael Jackson, Joe Jackson beat gold records out of his ass, but like, I mean, he wasn't doing well.
Yeah,
he didn't have a great life.
I think that kind of personality and toxicity does more harm in the world than good.
Might make you money.
Might make you money. Oh, that was the other thing too, man. That scene at the dinner table. That shit was wild.
Yeah.
When he's down there just going in, he's just defending.
Right, he was like,
himself
bro,
against
yeah.
his
He's like,
family.
you're third division though.
that was hilarious. That was funny.
No, I thought it was, but I mean,
It was
it's
funny.
indicative of like everyone at the table. Like they all had their points. They're like, hey, do you have any friends? Which is important. You should have friends. You need friends, I think, in order to be a more social person. We're social animals, yada, yada, yada. He was like, no, right? And then dude was like bragging about like his football shit. But at the same time, he was like, bro, you're fucking D3.
That was
And
facts.
the family should have been giving him props for like his drumming and shit.
Yeah,
but
they
instead
did.
they weren't. They were just like, they're
You
like,
gonna make any money off that?
yeah, and it's but like, is homie gonna make any money off of football? Like, what
No.
I'm saying,
Right.
that table
No.
scene is one of the best because
Yeah.
it's like, look at this family, like, look at how they're treating shit, and like, yeah, there's a chance that he won't make any money on drumming, but also like,
The
those
guy
guys,
in D3 is never gonna make money either.
yeah, but the other thing too is that they're not going to school for that.
He said, "Come play ball." 4 words you'll never hear from the end.
Roasted. I was like, yeah, like you can tell they had like, and it's like kind of that whole like jock mentality shit versus, but like dude's being a super dude, he's being a fucking music jock. Turn my pages for me, bitch. Like, it's all that the same toxic shit that they're taking around. So I think this movie's so fucking good. 'cause
It's
it
great.
really
I
balances
That was
shit
really
like
well
that.
done.
I thought Hustle and Flow was a good movie, and this was a great movie.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. Yeah,
Spidey said this over Hustle and Flow.
Honestly,
solid.
this movie
Oh yeah, this movie over.
this movie has gotten me so motivated. I want to find my drive back, bro. Like I want to be like him, where I just fucking grind.
for what?
You have like, bro, you spend 6 hours in the gym every day. Like,
But that's
what do you
but
not?
I don't do
drive?
6 hours anymore now because you
But-
guys told me it was so bad. I'm only doing like an hour and a half to 2.
But that's still a lot.
What do you do with the
like,
rest of your time?
Well, I'm trying. Like that's what I said. I used to like no lie. I used to like how many hustles I used to have. I used to do Instacart, Uber, I was doing like I was on eBay. I was doing test proctoring. I was grading tests on. I was doing so much shit, bro. Back, I just need to find that drive back, man.
Yeah, okay.
Is it
fair.
sustainable?
That's fair.
Huh?
Is it sustainable?
To do it all, and especially at their age.
It's not sustainable. But like for me, that's like it's getting in the zone. You know, just getting like just grinded. I like the grind. So
I feel that. I think you got to find the things that kind of get you there, because that's what I do too. Like I find the things that I want to put all my time and energy into for a certain bit. You gotta focus it, because there's other things in life, man. And like, sure, we could all learn how to be Picasso, but maybe we wouldn't have any friends.
Yeah. I'm not bleeding for my art.
No.
You know.
I mean,
I'll stay up till midnight.
Somebody's like, I climb, bro.
I do a lot of climbing. There's a lot of blood involved in my art, but still.
I'll stay up till like 1 a.m. for my art, but I'm not bleeding for my art.
I've played bass until my fingers have bled before, 100%. And it was at a music summer camp.
Yeah.
Terrible.
The whole thing was, he was like, well, you got to lock in the groove for 5 minutes straight, and if you fuck up, you got to keep going. And I mean, I got good at it, and I locked it in. And he wasn't an asshole either. He was like, look, this is going to be hard. We're going to learn it. We're going to do it together, right? If I wanted to tap out, I could have. And they're like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what like, sometimes I do think you got to push yourself for shit, but I think there's a way to do it. I wasn't even the best bass player there by a long shot, because all the other guys kind of grew up playing music. They learned it by ear, and they were better at it because of that. And if I wanted to be better, I could have grinded and really pushed and super focused and all that, but I don't know. I had other things I wanted to do. Last thing. So at the end of the movie, at the beginning of the movie, when J.K. Simmons finds him in the thing, and he asks him something, and he just starts playing. He's like, I asked you a question, and your retort was just to be a wind-up monkey that instantly starts playing music. At the end, he is that.
Wind up monkey.
He is.
Bro, and he goes,
When his dad's watching him, he's not even impressed. He's like scared. He's like, I've lost him. Like, we're not getting him off that drum set.
I didn't think he was going to stop. I thought he was going to just keep on playing, have a heart attack, and it would just fade to black.
Right, bro. He was
the
the way he was pouring sweat. When they show him in the fucking zone, that is like, I'm getting cultured. That's like one of the best parts.
that
of the
was
movie.
awesome.
It really crescendos to that, and then you see J.K. Simmons like smiles, and he's like, oh yeah, like we did it, right? Like we're gonna be this crazy team. I feel like in this abusive, like maybe they go on together, maybe he becomes his manager, but at some point in time, like Andrew's gonna be like, I don't need you anymore, old man. You brought me this far, you could fuck off.
I got chills when he played through the first song, told what was right behind him, like the cello or the bass?
Yeah, he was like, I'll count you in.
I'll count you, that one. And then when he keeps going, the lights go off and come back on, and he's still going.
Yeah.
Right? And then JK comes up and is like, what are you doing? He's like, I'll count you in. I was just like,
he was like, because even JK, he's like, Andrew, man, like, what are you doing? Like, he approaches him as a peer for a second. He's like, the fuck are you doing?
What's going on?
Okay? And he's like, I'll count you and count me in for what? Like,
bro,
it was awesome,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah, that was good.
That was fucking phenomenal.
and I mean, that's exciting, right? I think we all see that, and it's like, damn, it'd be cool to do that. And I don't know, can you reach that level without literally breaking yourself?
Yeah, a lot.
Anyway, this month is March. It's Music Movies Month, because March has an M in it, and so does music movies. Our next movie is Dreamgirls.
Yeah, boy.
Dreamgirls.
We're gonna watch Jennifer Hudson out sing Beyonce.
And so you guys are going to need to watch
Really?
Dreamgirls.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And to finish off, we're going to be finishing off the month with Pat's pick, which is High School Musical 2.
All right.
Because Pat said, fuck y'all, it's got to be High School Musical 2. The rules for the movie club is that we
Those
pick a
movies
theme.
are I miss those movies as a kid, but I know they're classics. They're
Oh,
I
man.
didn't see him
they're
either.
cult classics.
Straight Disney Channel classics.
I know
I'm
Beers
not
at
looking forward to
home
it at
just
all.
Screaming right now.
I've seen
Zac Efron.
I've seen a meme where they do like that dancing scene in the kitchen, but it's like realistic noises. It's so funny, dude.
It's going to be wild, because we're going to have a 30-minute long to 40-minute long conversation about fucking
Listen, it's gonna be good.
High School Musical 2.
Hey,
It's gonna be good.
We're gonna dissect it.
All right,
okay?
sweet.
I'm gonna come in with a dissertation.
Stick around for the raid. We will see you at the next one. Bye. Hey, tell Akasan and Normies send their regards, baby.
Akasan.
One of the only other people that are watching.
What's he playing? He playing Helldivers.
Yeah, he is.
Helldivers, boy.
Yeah.
Helldivers, boy.
Let's go. Let's go. Are we off?
No, absolutely.
Spencer, where's the extra sound coming from?